Hiya, hope you're well. Sorry, just balancing the camera again. Yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick update for everyone, or it might not be that quick. I might split the video out because I'm going to try and cover a few things. I've just made some really nice lunch and the boys are downstairs. Everything seems to be calm. Got myself a cup of tea. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm going to try and do it in one shot. I don't really like editing, but if it's a bit jumpy, it's because I've had to edit it for whatever reason. So today I am on 22 days past ovulation, which is 5 weeks and 1 day, which is amazing. My last update, I was getting really worried because I'd had some red bleeding and then followed by some brown bleeding and some spotting. I haven't had anything at all since, which is great. My symptoms have continued, and pregnancy symptoms, good stuff. And I have had my 2 to 3 on digital, the Clear Blue digital, and that was on 15 days past ovulation was when I tested again with the digital, and that came up with the 2 to 3. And then I tested again on 18 days past ovulation, and I got my 3+, which it's actually a week earlier than I got it with my first miscarriage. So I'm feeling a lot better about like the progress so far in this one, which is really good. So the first thing that I wanted to cover was, it's just one of the things that I was quite interested in throughout this journey, and that was like when to have sex and what you did and what you did differently to get pregnant and stuff like that. I've watched quite a lot of those videos. So just for us personally, I'll just kind of go through some of the things we've tried previous to this. One of the things we've tried in the past is we tried the Conceive Plus, it's called, and it's the sperm friendly lubricant that you can use. So I thought I'd give that a go. I tried that earlier this year, tried it 3 months in a row, and I just got it was like a slight symptoms of like thrush afterwards. It didn't turn into full-blown thrush, but it just didn't work out for me. So we didn't use that this cycle that we got pregnant. I've also previously been taking a little bit of maca, and I've even tried, I'm trying to think of the name of it now, Angus cactus as well. But again, we didn't, I mean, I wasn't on any of those this cycle that we got pregnant on. So really, there's not much that we did do, if that makes sense, apart from just letting my body just do what it wanted to do. I just left it alone basically. I've consistently for the last like couple of years or something been taking like what are they called, the conception, in fact no, I've been taking the pregnancy vitamins, multivitamins every day, just because I got pregnant last year and I've just carried on buying them. So yeah, pregnancy vitamins, so they've got like your folic acid and all those sorts of things. I just carried on taking those. I take my omega-3, and that's it really, vitamin wise. And yeah, this month the only thing that we did do that was, I'd say, a little bit different from some of the cycles, I'll try and get my chart up here, is sorry, if you just look here, you can see that as soon as I finished my period, basically we started having sex every other day. So I had it on cycle day, on cycle day 7. My period usually finishes on day 6. I end with some spotting on day 6. So cycle day 7 we had sex, cycle day 9, cycle day 11, and then cycle day 13. And then I ovulated on cycle day 14 and we stopped. And I knew I was going to ovulate because I take the ovulation strips, and I think I got positive on day 12 and 13 maybe, so I knew it would probably be 14, and it ended up being 14. So we just stopped after that. We were in the middle of our holiday and it was just that was it, I was done. So yeah, every other day straight after my period ended. And normally I don't know if I can get a different cycle up, but normally I would wait until I had a little bit of the egg white cervical mucus, which meant that we'd usually start I think at the earliest on maybe 10 or 11, cycle day 10 or 11. So that's not a great one, but so that's a cycle there. You can see where we've done it previous, and I don't know, it looks quite similar now I look at it. So anyway, I just thought I would pass that pass that on. This is the cycle that we got pregnant the second time for my second miscarriage, and again you can see that it was quite a few days before I actually ovulated. I looked back on the first time that I got pregnant after my 2 successful births last year, and we'd also had sex quite a few days before I actually ovulated. I think again we'd had sex on 8, 10, 12 and 14, and I'd ovulated on I think 14 or 15. So it seems for me that it might be better for me to start having sex a little bit early. So so yeah, that's that really. In terms of anything else that we did different, I think my mindset was in a different place this month as well. I'd watched a video, and I'll see if I can find it and link it below, and it rang, I don't know, it just made me sort of think a little bit differently about my fertility and stuff like that. So it might, like, if you do watch it, it might mean nothing to you, it might change nothing in you, but when I watched it, it just made me feel a bit differently about stuff. And like, this sounds a bit weird, but it talks about like feeling fertile and being open and stuff like that, and like I genuinely started to say that to myself and my body, like, you know, I am fertile and I am open, and it's sort of I don't know, just weird, but like that's what started to happen afterwards. I also took the time to ensure that I was less stressed as well, and I started, because I have been quite stressed with work and different things over the last year really. So yeah, lots of breathing. I'm even doing it now, like breathing into my tummy, like really deep down. So again, like really random things, and by no means, you know, are these like, I think, well, that's why. I'm just letting you know kind of the changes that I made mentally as well, because really physically I was doing less. I wasn't taking anything, you know, it was just mentally I was in a bit of a better place, I think, this time round. So, and I genuinely didn't think that I was pregnant after I'd ovulated, so that was a bit of a surprise. So I guess next update would be to do my symptoms in days past ovulation, because again I always found these really interesting, watching these. So I will start with, this is literally the day after I ovulated, so 1 day, 1 DPO, and I've written down here that I've had yellow cervical mucus. I'll just say CM from now. Oh, it's weird saying that out loud. And I remember that I did have quite a bit of it as well. It wasn't bright, but it was like a yellowy tinge. And then the next day I had very creamy CM, and again I remember having a lot of it and being like, that's a bit weird, and low left ache. I did ovulate on I think my left side in the end on cycle day 12. When I first got my first positive ovulation test, I had right side pain and then left side pain, and then on cycle day 13 I got another positive ovulation test and I just had pain on my left side, so I'm pretty sure it was just my left side that I ovulated. And then on cycle day 14 I got the left pain as well, and that was the actual day that I ovulated, so I'm pretty sure it's left. So yeah, so cycle day 2, 2 days past ovulation, I had some more lower left ache and the creamy CM. Cycle day 3 DPO, more yellow CM. 4 DPO, yellow CM, 5 DPO, yellow CM. Yeah, and when I say yellow, I don't mean bright, it was just very slight tinge, and I thought a little of it, but I didn't think much because I have had that in previous cycles. Cycle day 6, which, sorry, 6 days past ovulation, which is when I don't know if someone's at the door, no, which is when I filmed my back from holiday video. I had spots, quite a few spots came up randomly, but it was also like I just got back from holiday as well, and I had yellow CM, and I think if I was just at home and things were normal, I'd have twigged with the spots that something was going on, because I had those both times previously. I can't remember with my 2 boys because it was such a long time ago, and I wasn't like obsessed like I am now. Like, well, not obsessed, focused is a better word for it. And then 7 days past ovulation, still spots. I had some slight nausea that I'd started getting, but again, I've had that like in previous months when I've been like, oh, I think I'm, you know, maybe, and then it's turned out to be nothing. Like, it's just a bit of nausea, slight feeling after I've ovulated. 8 days past ovulation, yellow CM, lower tummy pinches, tinnitus, which is the ear ringing thing, and that was weird. And I think I googled that, maybe not that night, but I think it happened again, and I was like, is it a pregnancy symptom? Because I don't normally get it. I've had it before, but this was weird and stronger. I also had a boob ache just in my right boob as well. And I was kind of like, is that my normal boob ache or is that different? And then I thought, well, usually I have achy boobs on 6 or 7 DPO at the latest, so it was a bit late from my usual. So I was starting to wonder, but I was still like, no, I don't think I am. 8 days past ovulation, oh, I've done that one, sorry. 9 days past ovulation, I had more yellow CM. There's a bit of a theme here. Tummy cramps, tinnitus again, so that's when I googled it. More right boob ache, and then that was, and the tummy cramps were like really, they were like really strong period cramps, and I thought, mate, I was like, no, that's just what it is, that's all it is. But that was the evening that I took the tests, the first test, or the 2 tests on 9 days past ovulation. I got the really faint positives, so that's when I was like, I think this could be like, this is happening kind of thing. 10 days past ovulation, the boob ache was really bad, and it started to get like stabby, which was really weird. I don't remember that with my other kids. It was like stabbing me. It's really painful. And I got my 1 to 2 on a digital. 11 days past ovulation, a little bit of nausea, really nothing major, but I've written it down anyway. Dizzy spots, more spots, yeah, lower left pinches, and then at that stage my right boob started to hurt. So my left, sorry, it was just my right to start with, and then my left boob decided that it would join in, and started to feel a bit hot as well, and I felt that a little bit on and off over the last 2 weeks as well. And then 12 days past ovulation, I had left-sided pain down low, and then right-sided pain, and then just generally more symptoms as before. And then 13 days past ovulation was when I had my light bleeding, bright red and then brown. I had pain in my cervix. I had less symptoms and hot cold sweats all day. And then 14 days past ovulation, light brown spotting, more boob ache in the evening though, so I was starting to feel a little bit better. I mean, that's when I made the video, so I was a bit unsure about what was going on. I don't know how many DPO I'm going to go up to here, but 15 days past ovulation, boob ache continues, vivid dream, pain on the left and a little on the right, a little bit of nausea, and I got my 2 to 3 on the digital. And then since then, I'm not going to go through every single day past ovulation, but it's been quite similar. I feel a little bit bleh and tired a little bit. I've had left-sided dull ache every single day actually, and sometimes it's worse than others, so I was getting a little bit worried. So a few days ago I went to the doctors because I hadn't actually told them that I'd had the bleed, just because I'd stopped, and I thought it was just worth going and mentioning it, and also mentioning that I had this pain on the left, because it was just kind of getting worse and it just settled there constantly. So I went in and they wanted to just check me and rule out ectopic pregnancy, she said. So I just led down and she felt my belly and she said, no, it doesn't feel like that's what's going on, which I was really pleased about. So I feel a little bit settled now. But they have decided to scan me in just over a week's time. So I'll be 6 weeks, 3 days when they scan me, and hopefully we'll see a heartbeat. I am feeling pretty positive because my symptoms are still there. Like right now I feel a bit which is great. I'm really happy about it. I like keep saying to Jamie, like, I want to feel more ill. I just want to really feel it like constantly. I have woken up some days and just it's felt a lot less, and I've really kind of worried, and then gradually I felt symptoms come back and things. So I'm still up and down, but I'm generally positive, but then I've got this little in the back of my head like, oh God, what if? So yeah, I think that's just because of just generally what women get, and then also a little bit more because of the 2 losses as well. But I do feel like this is progressing a lot better at the moment. And I'm really pleased that I got my 3+, which seems really early to me because it was only 4 weeks and 5 days. Is that right? Yeah, 4 weeks, 5 days when I got that. So it was even before I was actually 3 weeks pregnant. So I'm assuming that implanted a little bit early. So yeah, that's basically where I am now. And I just want to say thank you so much for all your really positive comments and congratulations and stuff like that, because genuinely I've read every single one and they've kind of kept me going and kept me positive, and I think I've even like randomly updated a few people on the way. But I try to film the same day that I upload, so this should be completely live. I think when I got back off holiday it took me a couple of days to upload it, but generally I try and do it on the same day. So yeah, I'm excited that this will be our little rainbow baby. I've ordered some jewellery which I'll show you when it comes. It's just to do with the kids that I've got, and hopefully rainbow baby as well. So yeah, okay, good luck to anyone else out there. Cheers, bye.